Hello everyone. So this is the first video of the advanced Python series. So in this particular video we'll be going to cover the metaprogramming things. Okay. So what actually is a metaprogramming and how we can achieve the metaprogramming in Python. So these things we'll be covering in this particular video. Okay. Stay tuned. All the best. Okay, so let's now go to the definition of metaprogramming, what metaprogramming actually is. So if I go to the Wikipedia, so metaprogramming is a programming technique in which computer programs have the ability to treat other programs as their data. It means that a program can be designed to read, generate, analyze, or transform other programs or even modify itself while running. So it's just like, let's suppose you have a function, okay, and it is generating some kind of output, okay. So we have a existing function and we have a meta program, that means like let it be like some metaclass or something. Okay, so now what happens is, let's suppose the existing program is outputting something, let's suppose A or B something, and the other program, that is a meta program we call, so that thing will be modifying the output. Okay, so this is a technique we call as a meta program. So let's suppose in a calculator function, maybe whatever, like sum function, so we're generating some summation, right? A plus B or B plus C, whatever. So let's suppose we want to generate some square of the sums. So now we can create a meta program that can take the output of the function and it will square them up. Okay, so that thing could be done with the meta classes. Okay, so you might be aware with the Python decorators and all those things, meta classes. So these are the pillars of Python meta. These are the pillars of meta programming in Python. Okay, so in this video we'll be covering these things in basics. Okay, later on in this series we'll be talking about these things in more detail. Okay, so let's now see what are the things we can achieve with meta programming in Python. Okay, so in Python there are two types of things we can do to achieve meta programming. So basically, one is we have something called decorators, and we have another thing called meta classes. Okay, so decorators, if you might know, so what decorators are actually is a decorator. So I'll code it out one by one, just to give you an overview. So you have seen in the code, right? Like that is @ symbol, then some class names, right, or function names. So these are decorators. So couple of decorators we have in Python, like static method, class method, you know. But the thing is, like, what are decorators actually? So a decorator is a simple way to simply modify or maybe alter the function, okay, without modifying the original structure. Okay, so that is the thing. So let's suppose we have a function, let's suppose we have a decorator called ABC, okay, and it's a decorator. Okay, so what actually it does, so it actually squares. Okay, so let's suppose it, like, we'll be going to into code, okay, how this will be achieved. And now let's suppose we have a function, okay, let's suppose something called sum. It takes A and B, okay, and we apply the @ it is the syntax of to apply the decorators, and now we apply ABC. Okay, now let's suppose it is returning something A plus B, right? So now when we'll be calling this function, so A plus B will not be returned. It will first go to the ABC function, because it's a wrapper, right? So it will go to this one, okay, first, and then it will return whatever this function actually returning. Okay, okay. So let's suppose output will be C square. Okay, so this is a thing. Actually, it is a basic structure of decorators. Okay, and similarly, if I talk about the meta classes, okay, now let's talk about the meta classes. Okay, so before talking about the meta classes, I'll talk about something. Let's suppose let's suppose we have something a simple class. Okay, let's suppose A, B, and C. Okay, this is a class we have, and we just create a maybe whatever object. Okay, A equal to A, B, and C. Okay, now if you just check the type of A, so what will be printed? The printed will be ABC, right? Because it's an instance of ABC, right? Now if I check the type of ABC, okay, now it will print the type of type. Okay, so what actually is happening here, let's suppose we have A, right, in hierarchy, and this is the instance of ABC, right? And ABC is an instance of what? Type. And if you check the type of type, just in your Python command, just check type of type. Okay, and we'll see only type is in printing. Isn't it funny? So what actually is happening is in this flow we are going. Okay, so A is an instance of ABC, and ABC is an instance of type. It's an meta class. Okay, and type itself is a meta class of type. Okay, this is what is happening here. Okay, so now if I talk about the meta class, what is a meta class? So meta class actually, so as you know, in Python everything is an object, right? Everything is an object. Whatever we are creating, it's just an object. So the list or tuple or whatever you call, so everything is a object in Python. Okay, so let's suppose you're creating some kind of class. That class by default is taking the type as meta class. Okay, so we'll see in the code, when we'll code it, we'll see, but as of now just check it. Okay, so here A is an object of ABC, right? Let's suppose we create some kind of function here, right? Let's suppose we have some method called, let me just move these things. So let's suppose if we have some method, okay, let's suppose we have something called CDE, okay, pass. So this is CDE, okay, we have, let's suppose. So this is the this class is a blueprint of the methods, right? Right, and what is a meta class? So meta class, so meta class is the blueprint of a class. Okay, so how the class is defined and what is the basically structure that is defined by the meta class. Okay, so simple words, in simple words, so method classes are the blueprints of the methods, and meta classes are the blueprints of classes. Okay, I hope you got this. So next thing we'll be doing is we'll be just moving to the codes part. Okay, so that's all for this video. In next video we'll directly jump into the coding part. Okay, and we'll see how the decorators are working, how the meta classes are working. Okay, stay tuned, stay well. If you just like my content, just hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you can never miss the latest videos. Thank you.